Hello, my wonderful Taurus. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of those of you that are currently not in communication with your person. So, as per usual, I will be starting off with an oracle and we can clarify the existing energies with tarot. Okay, guys, so we have the card detachment. I had to let this go so I could clear my mind. Okay. Seems to me, Taurus, that this could definitely be an individual who was very confused in this connection here, or they felt very consumed by it. So they decided to, dismiss the situation or step aside so that they could gain a sense of clarity. It could be your energy as well, okay, Taurus? So we're going to clarify what's going on. But, if you're resonating with this message, it could be that some of you feel that there were a lot of mixed signals, or there was something here that was causing you to feel confused in this connection, so you decided to let it go, or like I said, step aside so that you could clear your mind here. Okay, let's see what's going on. It seems to me that, well, this card is kind of giving me the message of seeing a situation differently when you're involved in it versus when you're looking at it from like a third person perspective, or being involved in a situation, feeling very consumed by it, but feeling like you're missing some sort of details in the midst of it all, if you will. So it's like, you know what, I need to see this from another perspective, or I want to separate myself from the equation so I can see what's really going on, because the message that I'm getting here is like clouded thoughts. Yeah, so we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. There's a mentality of lack here. I will say that, like, this person, Two of Cups is someone who feels connected to you, but very held back when it comes to conversing. There could even be a mentality of lack in terms of not feeling worthy, or there's some sort of insecurities that are resurfacing, for this individual here. So I'm going to start off by seeing how they're viewing you this week. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles for how they're viewing you. I do believe this person is viewing you as very reliable, or there are certain things that you've said, or promises that you've made this person, and they are viewing you as someone who was able to follow through on those, specific promises or certain things that you've communicated to them. Although this week, when they're viewing the connection, they do feel like there's a lack of progress. It's almost like it's at a space where the both of you are stuck, but they're having a hard time believing that there will be any forward movement. They feel like, okay, well, this connection has been stuck for a while, or we have been in separation for a while. I strongly doubt that we're going to speak again, or I strongly doubt that things are going to move forward. Could even just be someone who's feeding into their negative or pessimistic thoughts, but there is something about them viewing this situation as very stuck, and, ultimately feeling like there's a lack of progress here. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups followed by the Death card in the challenge position. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. Pretty heavy energy coming through here, Taurus. Your person feels challenged this week because they feel that they could be viewing you as a missed opportunity. Sure, I could read it that way. Or it's someone who feels like they were once very happy with you and that completely came to an end, and they're wanting to experience that again. And with the Nine of Cups as well as the Death card, there's also an energy of this person either feeling like their happiness has come to an end, or they could be, reminded of when the both of you were connecting and how they were feeling then versus now. Because Nine of Cups is, wish fulfillment. It's, feeling like things are flowing, towards you. not really, having to force anything. But the next card is a death card, which means something here has come to an end. It's almost like they feel that they're unable to go with the flow of, this connection or the flow of life because they're constantly reminded of how they used to feel or what they used to have. Um, Nine of Cups could also be read as someone who is looking out for themselves, not necessarily selfish intent in a negative way, but there could be something about this person feeling, okay, I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on my own happiness here. There may have been codependency between the both of you or in this connection here. Okay, very specific download, but with the death card, again, I feel like not only is this about accepting an ending, this person is undergoing some sort of a major transformation where they're realizing that either they need to be happy with themselves or there's some other insecurities that are resurfacing, and they're starting to acknowledge, okay, well, if I don't deal with what's resurfacing here, that I'm going to continue projecting that onto the connection with Taurus, right? But I do see a major change. But what they're feeling challenged by is essentially walking away from something they feel could have made them very happy. And it's not to say they weren't happy when they were connecting with you, but they're also thinking about where the both of you would be now if you guys continue to, connect with each other. The way that you're viewing them, will you feel like they broke your heart or you feel like they caused you a lot of pain with that Three of Swords energy? I will say that, you could be at a place where the pain or the emotional pain has turned into something more mental in terms of you're trying to make sense of what happened or you're trying to be more logical, about what has occurred between you and this person. But, really what I'm getting here is you feel very hurt by this individual. This is a situation when you think about it, you become very torn. So even if you feel like the right thing to do is focus on yourself, maybe you feel torn because you're still hurt by this person or you wanted more here, right? And emotions don't just leave overnight. So of course that could be the case. You're still, in the process of healing, but you feel very hurt by this individual is mainly what I'm getting here. Okay. Um, so we have the Seven of Cups, and I did speak about emotional confusion earlier. And we have the Five of Cups in your feelings. Heavy Scorpion energy. But what I will say, Taurus, in your feelings is there is a lot of confusion. There's an energy of you feeling, mixed emotions as well. Maybe some days you feel like you know exactly what this person is up to, and some days you feel and you believe you guys are going to come together, and other days you're completely let down, you're completely disappointed. And there may even be some sort of an internal battle where it's like, am I on the right path? Or, is what's going on in my mind the reality of the situation? The Seven of Cups could be when you're having a hard time differentiating, reality versus some sort of illusions you may be having a hard time seeing past, sorry, right? So I do feel, Taurus, that, there is a level of confusion, like I mentioned, but, you're having clouded thoughts this week. Maybe some days feel easier than others. But with the Five of Cups, it does speak about, disappointment, feeling very let down, focusing on, spilled milk here. And I feel like for many of you, it has a lot to do with mixed signals. It has a lot to do with some sort of a back and forth, thing between you and this person emotionally. Because for the Seven of Cups to come out as the first card in your feelings, that kind of tells me all I need to know. You feeling like you wish you had more clarity about how this person felt towards you. Possibly even you wishing that you had more clarity in terms of where this connection was headed. Because there's something about you being very focused on your investments here. There's something about you being very focused on, like the time and the energy that you've spent on this person or this connection, but feeling like, it ended up in disappointment with the Five of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles in your feelings and the Knight of Wands. Someone that you felt you were investing in for the long haul, but you felt they were treating you as, you could tell they were very passionate towards you. You could tell there was a lot of attraction, but you felt this person was more so in the moment and you were more so thinking about the future. There's something about that coming to mind, or that's how you feel. Because Queen of Pentacles to the Knight of Wands is, two very different energies. And it's not to say you didn't feel this person was pursuing you, but you definitely felt like they were either very impulsive or they would kind of do things in the spur of the moment, is the best way for me to, describe that energy. where it obviously affected you because with the Queen of Pentacles, that's a very cautious energy that's choosing what you want to invest in. And it's usually something stable, it's usually something long term, right? So you could see how there was either opposing mindsets, or you felt even if this person communicated to you that they were ready for a commitment, their actions were telling you something completely different. You do feel very passionate about this person. You may feel like things move very quickly, have moved, sorry, very quickly between the both of you in the past. But with the Queen of Pentacles, there is an energy of you saying, well, I need something more stable, or I need something to slow down so I can clearly understand what's going on. Maybe it's all fun and games, but then when you want to speak about a commitment, or you just want to, it's almost like some of you wish this person would come back down to earth sometimes. You wish they would just come down to earth, either solidify something or be okay with conversations about stability. There's even an energy of you not wanting things to progress so quickly because you feel the more quickly that things progress, the more confusion that is caused for you. So we have the Emperor clarifying the Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups, clarifying the Death card. There's something about this person, trying to focus on what matters. Now, this could obviously vary. What matters to everyone is obviously, different, but it could be that this person feels like they have been neglecting an area in their life and that's somehow impacting their ability to be with you. It could just be someone who wants to be more responsible and show up as more reliable for you. So they're, taking care of business, or they're taking care of things that they said they would. It's like following through on the things that they tell themselves they're going to do. That's the energy that I'm getting here. You could be dealing with an Aries, but as far as the Emperor goes, I do feel like this person wants a sense of control. Okay. I don't necessarily see it in a negative way, but it is in a way where it's like they want to communicate with you, but they want to feel that they are in control. So for some of you, it could be that there's this person struggles with being completely vulnerable. Because as much as we have the Page of Cups, guys, that is someone who admires you. That is someone who possibly even looks up to you. But in terms of like an emotional confession, it could be very small and it could be very unpredictable. The fish in the cup there, it is symbolic for your imagination. So it goes back to what I was saying here. There's some sort of confusion that you feel, Taurus, and there's an energy of this person, possibly telling you the right things, but they also feel like there's something very, like they could question if what they feel or what they think of the situation is in their mind, or is it the reality of it. That's something that I see that's similar in their energy as well as yours, like a level of emotional confusion. I mean, of course it could have everything to do with the lack of communication, but I'm getting something about even when you were communicating with this person, you felt like you guys were not on the same page, or you felt this person was very impulsive where it would kind of throw you off. Maybe some days you felt like you entirely understood them, and other days you were kind of like, what's going on, right? There could be an age gap between you and this person as well, Taurus. We have the Nine of Wands in their feelings. You may have this person blocked, okay, or they have blocked you, but Nine of Wands is an energy of someone who is paying attention to you, feeling very wounded and exhausted, but there is a little bit of fight left within them. So there is an energy of them wanting to fight for this connection, or at least wanting to find a solution here. And we have the Four of Cups. They're not happy in the current moment. There's a lot that they're questioning in their personal life. This is someone who's not really emotionally satisfied. Four of Cups is usually when you are either trying to escape your current reality, okay, or there's too much of a focus on the past, okay, what has already transpired, or the future, because when you focus on what you're currently going through, you're just not satisfied. Now, the message behind the Four of Cups is, to be present or try to be present, because you could miss an opportunity that's in front of you. And I feel like for many of you, this person is not satisfied, but they're also very guarded or defensive. Like they're upset with this about this separation, or they're still thinking about you, but they're not really showing you how much it's affecting them. And if I'm being completely fair, Taurus, I do sense that this person could be going through something in their life as well. Whether it's like, issues with family, friends, financial issues. Like there's something where they're looking at their life and they're analyzing it. They're like, I'm not happy. I need this to change, or I need to do something, in order to create that change. We have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Eight of Wands. This person really wants to communicate with you. So some of you, this individual could be breaking the silence with you this week with the Eight of Wands in their feelings. And Nine of Wands and Eight of Wands could be like a block that is being removed. So, for example, it could be someone who's figuring out, what to say. So that could be the way that the block is being removed. Or for others of you, like this person could have literally had you blocked and they're unblocking you, or you've unblocked them. So take it how it resonates here. But with the Six of Pentacles as well as the Eight of Wands here, Taurus, I do sense that this person wants to, give to this situation with you. But there's something about them feeling they either have a lot on their plate, or there's another situation, could be financial, that they're giving to where it's completely draining them. But I do see it as wanting to communicate with you because they're really not happy with their current, circumstances. Six of Pentacles is a very generous energy, but it has a lot to do with equal give and take. So this person could be communicating with you in hopes that there could be more equal give and take, or there could be more balance in this connection here. So we have the World card coming out in the potential outcome, and we have the Devil. Capricorn energy. This is a very clear message, okay, guys? So the current energy and the potential outcome with the World and the Devil is a very toxic, or a very now it doesn't need to be a cycle. Like, it is a cycle, but it doesn't necessarily need to be like this person's financial situation or a relationship or something to do with their family. It could definitely be something that's going on within your person as well. The Devil could be insecurities, a thinking pattern, a bad habit, it could be various things, but somehow it's negatively impacting your person here. So with the World and the Devil, this person could be trying to let go of one of those, difficult habits, or something that's not serving them. So the World card is being clarified by the Three of Wands, the Devil, the Page of Pentacles. This person is going through a karmic cycle, Taurus, and I don't like to throw around that term, or I know it's overused, sometimes not in the correct context, but what I see is someone who's genuinely complete, like going through a karmic cycle, and they're completing it. They know that this needs to end in order for them to see what they could do moving forward. The Three of Wands is your person planning their future after a cycle ends. The Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, is you receiving a message. The Page of Pentacles could be a message or a phone call in the potential outcome. But with the Devil, it does speak about something needing to end, or this person going through their fair share of, it could even be, something they're learning about themselves, but they need to go through an experience to learn that about themselves in order to, proceed, in this connection here. We also have the Nine of Swords. Okay, what's the Nine of Swords? The Hanged Man. I do feel this person has been stuck for a very long time, or they could have been stuck in a change that or in a situation they knew where they needed to make a change, but they were failing to do so. And we have the Devil upright, which means they're either still going through a very, tough cycle here, okay, or they are still learning the lesson that they need to in order to move forward or communicate with you. So let's go ahead and see what they want to say here. And it's not to say they're not acknowledging that they need to make this change, but the Devil could be when you're in this like very repetitive cycle, and you know that it's not good for you, and you try to come out of that cycle, but every time you try, you either go back to where you started, or it feels very difficult, where to the point where you're even having a hard time taking the initial steps. Okay, so let's see what they want to communicate. I want to make amends. I definitely see that, especially with that Page of Cups as well. Like that could be an apology. We have the Eight of Wands in this person's feelings as well. So someone who wants to speak to you. I am waiting patiently. This person could quite literally be waiting for a cycle to end, or they're closing out a cycle in their life, but there's like, it's like tying up loose ends, or waiting for, it seems to me that they're trying to release something. That's really what I'm getting here, but it has been a very repetitive cycle, or it has felt very difficult. This could also be a card of this person waiting for a sign from you with I am waiting patiently. I wish we could go back. So there's a lot of regret here. Also an energy of feeling very nostalgic. And then we also have I don't know what you want. And this goes back to that emotional confusion that's going on both ends. Bottom of the deck, it says, I do love you. Yeah, I do feel this person loves you and has emotions for you, but there has been a lot of confusion. That's very clear to me, or a lot of mixed signals between you both. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you, Taurus. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.